Hello everybody. Now we shall discuss some problems on measurement of power. Okay, coming to the first problem. The voltage phasor of a circuit is 10 at an angle 15 degrees volts and the current phasor is 2 at an angle minus 45 degrees amps. The active and reactive powers in the circuit are. Okay. So voltage is given V is equal to 10 at an angle 15 degrees. Current is 2 at an angle minus 45 degrees. Okay. You know what is active power or true power? P is equal to VI cos phi or V phase I phase cos phi, right? Okay. So these two are RMS values. Okay. RMS voltage and RMS current, right? Okay. V is equal to 10 volts and I is 2 amps. What about this phase angle? So now let us find this phase angle in order to find this true power. Okay, so phase angle phi is the angle between voltage and current. Okay, so phi V minus phi I. Okay, phi V is the angle made by voltage, phi I is the angle made by current. So what is phi V? Phi V is 15 minus what is angle made by current, that is minus 45 degrees. Okay, then you're going to get 15 degrees minus of minus 45 degrees, then you're going to get 60 degrees. Okay, V is 10 into 2, I is 2 into cos 60 degrees. Okay, which is equal to 10 into 2 into cos 60 is 1 by 2, then you're going to get 10 watts. Coming to reactive power, Q is equal to VI sin phi, VI sin phi, which is equal to 10 into 2 into sin 60 degrees, which is equal to 10 into 2 into root 3 by 2. Then you are going to get 17.32 VAR. Okay, you are going to get 17.32 VAR, volt ampere reactive. Okay. Another way of solving this problem is, okay, you know complex power. Okay, S is equal to VI conjugate, which is equal to what is V? V is V at 10 at an angle 15 degrees. What is I? 2 at an angle I conjugate will be 2 at an angle 45 degrees. Okay, minus of minus 45 gives 45, right? Then you are going to get 20 at an angle 60 degrees. You convert this into complex form, then you are going to get P plus JQ. Okay, real part will be active power, imaginary part will be reactive power. Okay, coming to the second problem. The moving coil in a dynamometer wattmeter is normally connected. Okay, you know, in dynamometer wattmeter, current coil is placed in series with this load. Current coil is connected in series with the load, and pressure coil is connected across the supply like this, right? Okay, this is the supply voltage, phase neutral applied across pressure coil. Okay, so the moving coil is nothing but pressure coil only. Okay, moving coil is nothing but pressure coil, right? Or moving coil. Okay, this is moving coil or pressure coil or potential coil or voltage coil. Okay, which is normally connected across the supply. Okay, this is the answer. Next, a water boiler at home is switched on to the AC mains, supplying power at 230 volts by 50 Hz. The frequency of instantaneous power consumed by the boiler is. Water boiler. Water boiler is nothing but resistive load. Okay, water boiler is nothing but resistive load. Okay, so R load. Okay, in case of R load, if V is equal to Vm sine omega t, then I is equal to Im sine omega t. Both will be in phase. Current and voltage will be in phase. Okay, both are in phase. Okay, then what will be the instantaneous power? P is equal to Vm Im sine square omega t. Product of these two gives instantaneous power. P is equal to V into I, which is equal to Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t. Then you are going to get like this. Okay. Coming to the wave diagram, this is voltage, supply voltage. That this is supply voltage. Okay, this is supply voltage. Coming to the current, you are going to have current waveform like this. Both will be in phase. This will be current waveform. Sorry. Okay, this will be what? This will be current I. Now let me draw the instantaneous power. Anyhow, both are positive half cycles. Product of these two you are going to get like this. Okay, these two are negative cycles. Product of these two you are going to get again positive cycle like this. Okay, this will be what? This will be power. Okay, so for one cycle of voltage, you are going to get two cycles of power, right? Two cycles of power. Okay, then 50 hertz means 50 cycles per second. The frequency of voltage is 50 cycles per second. Okay, then what will be the frequency of instantaneous power? Which is equal to, okay, frequency of instantaneous power is equal to 2 times of frequency of voltage. Okay, which is equal to 2 into 50. Then you are going to get 100 hertz. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, now coming to the next problem. Electrodynamic type wattmeters have large errors while measuring power in AC circuits at low power factor conditions. Since the voltage across and the current to the, okay, you're going to have current coil and you're going to have potential coil. Okay, current coil is connected in series with the load, at a potential coil is connected across the supply. Okay, this is the supply voltage. Okay, dynamometer wattmeter gives error. Okay, if it is not purely resistive in nature, see, if pressure coil is purely resistive in nature, then TD will be directly proportional to VI cos phi. VI cos phi is true power. Okay, TD is directly proportional to VI cos phi. If pressure coil is purely resistive in nature, resistive in nature, okay, if it is purely resistive in nature, then only deflecting arc will be directly proportional to true power. Okay, if it is purely resistive in nature means voltage across pressure coil will be in phase with current through pressure coil. Let IP is the current flowing through this pressure coil, V is the applied voltage. Then V and IP should be in phase, should be in phase, should be in phase. Okay, then TD will be directly proportional to true power. Okay, then wattmeter measures true power. Okay, so since the voltage across and the current through the, see, dynamometer type wattmeter have large errors while measuring power in AC circuit at low power factor conditions, since the voltage across and the current through the pressure coil are not in phase. If they are not in phase, then you're going to get error in wattmeter reading. Okay, if they are in phase, then deflection will be directly proportional to true power. Okay, they should be in phase. Okay, voltage across the pressure coil and current to the pressure coil should be in phase, then you will not get any error. Okay, here you will get error, that wattmeters will have serious errors. Okay, since voltage across and the current to the pressure coil are not in phase. If they are not in phase, then you will get error in wattmeter reading. Next one, a dynamometer type wattmeter responds to, okay, average value of active power, average value of reactive power, peak value of, okay, it responds to average value. Okay, average value of active power, nothing but P average power. Okay, you know, right, TD is directly proportional to VI cos phi. Okay, in case of dynamometer type wattmeter, right? Okay, that is TD is directly proportional to AC power. Okay, this is nothing but what? This AC power VI cos phi is nothing but what? Active power, right? Okay, so average value of, okay, average value of active power. The minimum number of wattmeters required to measure three-phase, three-wire balanced or unbalanced power is, okay, 3 wattmeter method. 3 wattmeter method requires 3 wattmeters. 2 wattmeter method requires 2 wattmeters. 1 wattmeter method requires 1 wattmeter. Okay, to measure active power. Okay, now here these two methods can be applied for balanced or unbalanced load. Whether the load is balanced or unbalanced, these two methods can be applied. Okay, this is only used for the measurement of power in three-phase circuit. The load is balanced load only. The load is balanced load only, right? Okay, so these two methods can be applied for balanced or unbalanced loads. Okay, so what is the minimum number of wattmeters required to measure three-phase, three-wire balanced or unbalanced power? Okay, minimum number is 2. Okay, so the answer is 2. That is 2 wattmeter method. Okay, we use 2 wattmeter method. Okay, so the minimum number of wattmeters required to measure three-phase, three-wire balanced or unbalanced power is 2. Okay, coming to this problem, the line to line input voltage to three-phase 50 Hz AC circuit shown in the figure is 100 volts RMS, assuming that the phase sequences RYB the wattmeter reading would be, okay, wattmeter would read. Okay, so now it is given VL is equal to 100 volts is given. Okay, Z is equal to phi at an angle 60 degrees. Okay, anyhow this is 2 wattmeter method. Here you are using 2 wattmeter method for measurement of three-phase power. Okay, so in case of 2 wattmeter method, you're going to have two readings, that is W1 and W2. What is the reading of W1? W1 is equal to VL IL cos of 30 plus 5. What is the reading of W2? VL IL cos of 30 minus 5. Okay, here from this phase angle phi is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, so which is equal to what is VL? VL is 100 volts. Okay, we have to find IL, right? Okay, so IL will be, see, 100 volts RMS is line to line voltage, that is from here to here is 100 volts. Okay, in order to find the current which is flowing through this, I have to find the phase voltage from here to here. Okay, so phase voltage V phase is equal to 100 by root 3 is phase voltage. 100 by root 3 is phase voltage. Now from this you can find I phase is equal to, or which is equal to IL only, because in case of star connected load IL will be equal to I phase, which is equal to V phase by Z phase. Okay, which is equal to which is equal to 100 by root 3 by 5. Okay, which is equal to 100 by root 3 into 1 by 5, 20 by root 3 is what IL. IL is 20 by root 3. Okay, so 20 by root 3. Okay, into cos of 30 plus 60. Okay, which is equal to 100 into 20 by root 3 cos of 30 minus 60. Okay, then which is equal to 100 into 20 by root 3 cos of 30 minus 60 will be cos of minus 30, nothing but cos 30. Okay, cos 30 will be root 3 by 2. Then you're going to get 1000 watts. Okay, coming to this, anyhow this will be 0 because cos 90 will be 0. Okay, so 0 and 1000, option C is right answer. Okay, coming to this problem, a wattmeter reads 400 watts when its current coil is connected in the R phase and its pressure coil is connected between this phase and the neutral of a symmetrical three-phase system supplying a balanced star connected 0.5 power factor inductive load. The phase sequences R by B. What will be the reading of this wattmeter if its pressure coil alone is reconnected between the B and Y phases, all other connections remaining as before? Okay, wattmeter reads when its current coil is, see, let us take balance three-phase load. Okay. Now see here, wattmeter reads 400 watts when its current coil is connected in R phase. Okay, this is R Y P. Okay, so current coil is placed in line R. Okay, placed in line R, and the pressure coil is connected between this phase and the neutral point. Okay, this is neutral point. Okay, this is neutral point. So this is neutral point. This is N. Okay, pressure coil is connected between this and neutral point. Okay, so this will be W. So here W gives 400 watts. Okay, current coil is connected in series with this load and pressure coil is connected across this load. Here see, this measures phase voltage, sorry, per phase power. This wattmeter measures per phase power because current coil is in series with this load, and the pressure coil is connected between line and neutral. Line and neutral means this pressure coil measures voltage between line and neutral, nothing but phase voltage. This pressure coil measures phase voltage. This current coil measures line current or phase current. Okay, so which gives per phase power, that is W is equal to V phase I phase cos phi is equal to 400 watts. Okay, and the power factor is 0.8. okay, then V phase I phase, okay, cos phi is 0.8 is equal to 400 watts. Okay, so V phase I phase is equal to 400 by 0.8. Okay, 400 by 0.8. Now what will be the reading of this wattmeter if its pressure coil is, that is this potential coil or pressure coil alone is reconnected between B and Y. Okay, now you are going to have the cycle like this. Okay, pressure coil is connected in line R only, R by B. Okay, now potential coil is connected between B and Y. Okay, potential coil is connected between B and Y. Okay, this is nothing but, okay, this wattmeter reads reactive power. Okay, if we have this kind of arrangement, then this wattmeter reads reactive power. What is the reading of this wattmeter? Reading of wattmeter, reading of wattmeter is equal to VL IL sin phi, VL IL sin phi. Okay, which is equal to VL is nothing but root 3 V phase IL, or IL is equal to I phase in case of star connected load sin phi, which is equal to root 3 into what is V phase? V phase into I phase is, sorry, V phase into I phase is 400 by 0.8. V phase into I phase is 400 by 0.8 into sin phi. If cos phi is equal to 0.8, then sin phi will be 0.6. Okay, then let me use calci. 400 into 0.6 into root 3 by 0.8, then you are going to get 519.61. Okay, option B is correct answer. Okay, coming to this question, the circuit in figure is used to measure the power consumed by the load. The current coil and the voltage coil of the wattmeter have 0.02 ohms and 1000 ohms resistances respectively. The measured power compared to the load power will be. Okay, here see, power indicated by, power, see this is MC connection. Power indicated by, or measured power indicated by wattmeter is equal to power consumed by the load plus power loss in power loss in current coil, okay, which is equal to, what is the measured power? Measured power is VA cos phi. Okay, V is 200 into 20 cos phi is equal to 1. Okay, plus what is the power loss in current coil? I square R CC. Okay, then which is equal to 4000 plus 20 square into 0.02, which is equal to 4000 plus this will be equal to 8. Okay, okay, now so you're going to find the error, right? So percentage error is equal to measured value minus true value by true value into 100, which is equal to, what is the measured power? Measured power is 4008 minus 4000. True power is 4000 by 4000 into 100. Okay, you're going to get, okay, that is 8 by 4000, that is okay, which is equal to 800 by 4000. Okay, 0.2 percentage. You're going to get 0.2 percentage. Okay, this error is 0.2 percentage more. Okay, the measured power compared to the load power will be, okay, actual power is 4000, measured power is 4008. Okay, that is measured power compared to the load power will be 0.2 percentage more. Okay. Next problem. A single phase load is connected between R and Y. Okay, single phase load is connected between R and Y, and the voltage will be 415 volts. Voltage across this is 415 volts. Symmetrical three-phase four-wire system is with phase sequence R by B. A wattmeter is connected in the system as shown in the figure. The power factor of the load is 0.8. Okay, it is given, right? The wattmeter will read. Okay, see here. Reading of wattmeter. Reading of reading of wattmeter. Reading of wattmeter is equal to voltage into current into cos of angle between voltage and current. Okay, as potential coil is connected between B and Y, so which measures VBN, as potential coil is connected between B and N. Okay, and what is the current? As current coil is connected in line R, current will be IR. Okay, cos of angle between VBN and IR. Okay, now let us draw the phasor diagram. Okay, anyhow, this will be equal to, this is phase voltage. The voltage between R to Y means line voltage is 415. Okay, then what will be the phase voltage? 415 by root 3 is the phase voltage. 415 by root 3 is the phase voltage. What is the current flowing through this? 415 by 100 is the current flowing to this, because voltage across this is 415, impedance of this is 100 into cos of angle between these two. Now let us find the angle between these two. VRN lags VRN by angle 120 degrees. This will be VBN. Okay, this will be IR lags VRN by angle 5. Okay, Here cos phi is equal to 0.8. Then what is the phi? 36 point, okay, cos inverse of 0.8, 36 point, 36.869 degrees. Okay, this angle is between VRY and IR, VRY and IR, because this load is connected between R and Y, okay, and current coil is connected in series with this load, okay. So the phase angle of this load will be 36.869. That is the angle between VRY and IR. Okay. So now let us draw VRY. VRY means if this is VRN, sorry VYN, then you're going to have this will be minus VYN. Okay. Fair sum of VRN, right? VRN is called fair sum of VRN and minus VYN. Fair sum of these two is VRY. Okay, VRY is equal to VRN minus VYN. Okay, so anyhow, the angle between these two will be 30. Okay, angle between VRY and IR is VRY and IR. You take this as cos phi dash. Cos phi dash is 36.869. 36.869. Then what will be phi? Okay. Anyhow, it is 30. This is phi. This will be phi dash. Phi dash is 36.5 dash. Phi dash. Okay. Phi dash is 36.869. Then what will be phi? Angle from here to here is 36.869. Angle between these two is 30. Then what is the angle between these two feathers? Okay. Phi is equal to 36.869 minus 30. We are going to get 6.869. Okay, angle from here to here is phi is equal to 6.869. Okay. What is the phase angle between VBN and IR? This is IR. This is VBN. Okay. Anyhow, the angle between these two, okay, VBN and VRN is 120 degrees, because all are equal in magnitude but displaced by an angle 120 degrees from each other. Okay, angle from here to here is 120 plus this angle 6.869. Then this angle will be 126.869. Okay. Okay, let me use calci. Then 415 into 415 into cos of 126.869 by 100 into root 3. Minus, you're going to get minus 596.59, be nearly equal to minus 597. So option B is right answer. Two voltmeters which are connected to measure the total power on a three-phase system supplying a balanced load read. Okay, W1 is equal to 10.5 watts. Sorry. Okay, W1 is equal to 10.5 watts. W2 is equal to minus 2.5 watts. Okay. Total power. Okay. 2 wattmeter method. In 2 wattmeter method, total power is equal to W1 plus W2, which is equal to 10.5 plus of minus 2.5. Then you're going to get 8 watts. What is the power factor? Okay, power factor, we have the formula tan phi is equal to root 3 into W2 minus W1 by W2 plus W1. Okay, then you're going to get root 3 into what is W2 minus W1. Okay, anyhow, we take higher reading. Okay, this will be higher reading. Okay, so we do one thing. Okay, now this will be W1 minus W2 by W1 plus W2. Okay, higher reading minus lower reading by higher reading plus lower reading. So then you're going to get root 3 into 10.5 minus of minus 2.5 by 10.5 plus minus of 2.5. Okay, you're going to get tan phi. Okay, then power factor cos phi, which is equal to cos of tan inverse of, I'll do one thing otherwise. From this, what is phase angle? Okay, tan inverse of root 3 into 13 by 8, 70.44. Okay, 70.44 degrees. Okay, then cos of 70.44 degrees, which is equal to cos of 70 point, you're going to get 0.334 for that. So option D is the right answer. Okay, in this formula, this should be higher reading, this should be lower reading. Okay, okay, this is voltage waveform, and okay, sampling wattmeter. Okay, voltage and current is used to measure the average power, peak to peak voltage of square. Okay, okay, triangular wave current. Okay, this is voltage waveform, this is current waveform. Yeah, you have to find average power. Okay, so I'll do one thing. Sorry. Okay, this got erased. Now okay, now see, anyhow from here to here it is constant value, constant and negative. Okay, so you take from here to here during this period. Okay, during this period from here to here it is constant and negative, from here to here it is negative only. Okay, anyhow this is voltage, this is current. Let me multiply both. First let me draw instantaneous power. Okay, so the instantaneous power will be like this. Okay, this will be instantaneous power P. I'm going to draw instantaneous power. Okay, negative and constant, and this is variable. Okay, negative and negative gives positive value, then you're going to get like this. 0. Okay, you're going to get like this. Here 0, 0 into constant 0. Okay, you're going to get 0. Okay, now from here to here again you're going to get like this. If you multiply both waveforms, then you're going to get like this. Okay, that is here positive half equal to negative half, positive half equal to negative half, positive half equal to negative half. Okay, so the average power P average will be equal to 0. Okay, so the answer will be 0 watts. The pressure coil of a dynamometer type wattmeter is highly resistive, because see, if it is purely resistive in nature, then TD will be directly proportional to TD is directly proportional to VI cos phi. That is, TD is directly proportional to true power. But it is pressure coil, but it is difficult to make this as purely resistive in nature. At least you have to make it as highly resistive in nature. Okay, this should be at least as resistive as possible. Okay, in practical it is difficult to make this pressure coil purely resistive in nature. Okay, so at least you make this pressure coil as resistive as possible, or this should be high resistive in nature. Okay, so the pressure coil of a dynamometer type wattmeter is highly resistive. Consider the following statements. The compensating coil of a low power factor wattmeter compensates the effect of the impedance of the current coil. Okay, low power factor wattmeter. Anyhow, in case of low power factor wattmeter, we use LC connection. So you're going to have the connection like this. Okay, the compensating coil of, okay, you're going to have compensating coil. Okay, okay, you're going to have compensating coil, right? Okay, it is like this, right? This is what this is compensating coil. Okay, compensating coil. Okay, compensating coil. This is used to eliminate the power loss in pressure coil, right? Okay, so coming to the first statement, the compensating coil of a low power factor wattmeter compensates the effect of the impedance of the current coil. Wrong statement. Compensating coil of a low power factor wattmeter compensates the effect of the impedance of the voltage coil or pressure coil. Okay, this is the true statement. So statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true. So option B is right answer. Okay, now these two are instantaneous values. Okay, so average value P average is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from 0 to 2 pi V of t I of t d of omega t. Okay, so then you are going to get, which is equal to, this is maximum value. E1 and E3 are maximum values. Again, E1, E3 and E5 are maximum values. Okay, see, sin omega t minus phi 1, sin 3 omega t sin 3 omega t minus phi 3. Okay, these two can be multiplied and these two can be multiplied. Okay, this into 0, because we don't have E phi sin of phi omega t, sin of phi omega t. Okay, we don't have this. Okay, product of two different terms will be 0. Average of product of two different I mean average of two terms having different frequencies will be 0. Okay, so then you are going to get average of these two will be equal to E1, sorry, E1 I1. Okay, these two are what? These two are maximums. Okay, by 2. Okay, cos phi 1. Okay, plus E3 I3 by 2 cos phi 3. Okay, we know power P is equal to VI cos phi. Okay, these two are RMS values. Okay, that is Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos phi. Okay, nothing but Vm Im by 2 cos phi. Okay, similarly you will get E1 I1 by 2 cos phi 1 plus E3 I3 by 2 cos phi 3. Power consumed by a balanced 3-phase 3-wire load is measured by 2 wattmeter method. The first wattmeter reads twice that of second. Okay, so what is the load impedance angle? So you know tan phi is equal to root 3 into higher reading minus low reading. Okay, W1 is high reading, right? So W1 minus W2 by W1 plus W2 into root 3, sorry, root 3 into 2W2 minus W2 by 2W2 plus W2. Okay, tan phi. Okay, then which is equal to root 3 into W2 by 3W2. Okay, phi is equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. Okay, that is 30 degrees. So option C is right answer. Next, while measuring power of three-phase balance load by the 2 wattmeter method, the readings of, okay, the power factor of the load. Okay, you know W2 is equal, you take 250 watts. Sorry, W1 is equal to 100 watts. W2 is equal to 250 watts. Okay, then you know tan phi is equal to root 3 into W2 minus W1 by W2 plus W1 then you're going to get root 3 into 250 minus 100 by 250 plus 100. Okay, this is tan phi. From this, what is phi? Okay, you're going to get tan inverse of root 3 into 150 by 350. Okay, 0.0129. 0.0129 cos of 0.0129. Sorry, tan inverse of root 3 into 150 by 350, you're going to get this will be equal to 36.586. So then it will be equal to, sorry, phase angle. From this phase angle will be equal to 36.586. Okay, then cos phi will be nearly equal to 0.8, I think. Okay, cos of 36.586 is equal to, that is cos phi is equal to, okay, cos of 36.586 nearly equal to 0.8. Okay, so power factor is 0.8. The next question. An LPF wattmeter of power factor 0.2 is having three voltage settings. Okay, what are they? 300 volts, 150 volts, 75 volts. Current settings are 5 amps and 10 amps. The full scale reading is WM is 150. Okay, if the wattmeter is used measured power, okay, that is W is equal to 150 into, sorry, 150 into voltage into current into cos phi is 0.2. Okay, 0.2. Then you are going to get 300. What is the multiplication factor? Multiplication factor multiplication factor is equal to W by Wm, which is equal to 300 by 150, which is equal to 2. A three-phase balanced load which has a power factor of, okay, cos phi is equal to 0.707. Okay, is connected to a balanced supply. The power consumed by the load is 5 kilowatts. The power is measured by the 2 wattmeter method, the readings of the wattmeter. Okay, so you know, right, from this you find phi is equal to cos inverse of 0.707. Okay, phi will be equal to 45 degrees. Okay, now you know tan phi, in case of 2 wattmeter, the tan phi is equal to root 3 into W2 minus W1 by W2 plus W1. Okay, this is nothing but W1 plus W2. Total power measured by 2 wattmeters. Okay, total power consumed by the load will be equal to W1 plus W2 in case of 2 wattmeter method, right? Okay, so tan 45 degrees is equal to root 3 into W2 minus W1 by, what is W2 plus W1? 5 kilowatts. Okay, then which is equal to, this is 1, right? Okay, so 5 by root 3 is equal to W2 minus W1. Okay, 5 by root 3. Okay, 5 by root 3, 2.886. Okay, so W2 minus W1 is equal to 2.886 kilowatts. Okay, now you know W1 plus W2 is equal to 5 kilowatts. W2 minus W1. So W2 minus W1 is equal to 2.886. Okay, then 2W2 is equal to 7.886. Then W2 will be equal to 7.886 by 2, 3.943. Okay, 3.94 kilowatts. Okay, from this you will get W1 is equal to 1.06 kilowatts. Okay, then option is correct answer. Okay, the coils of a wattmeter have resistance 0.01. Okay, this is what this is RCC, current coil resistance. This is pressure coil resistance. Their inductance may be neglected. The wattmeter is connected as shown in the figure to measure the power consumed by a load which draws 25 amps at 0.8 power factor. The voltage across the terminals is 30. Okay, voltage across this is 30 volts. Okay, the percentage error on the wattmeter reading. Here we have LC connection. In LC connection, measured power is equal to power consumed by the load. Okay, power consumed by the load plus power loss in potential coil, that is V square by RP. Okay, so what is the power consumed by the load? Power consumed by the load is 30 into 25 into 0.8 VA cos phi plus what is the power loss? Power loss is V square by RP. Okay, 30 square by 30 square by what is the resistance of pressure coil? 1000. Okay, then you are going to get 30 into 25 into 0.8, 600 plus 9. Okay, 900 by 1000, that is 0.9. I think this 0.9, that is 600.9. Okay, now percentage error is equal to measured value minus true value, measured value minus true value by true value into 100. Then you're going to get 0.9 by 600 into 100. Okay, then you're going to get 0.9 by 600 into 100, 0.15 percentage, 0.15 percentage. Okay, voltage is given, current is given, these two are having same frequencies. Okay, we don't have any we don't have voltage of same frequency of 3 omega t. Okay, so these two can be multiplied, then average power P average, which is equal to 100 sine omega t into 10 sine of omega t minus 60 degrees. Okay, this will be average power will be okay, 1 by 2 pi integration from 0 to 2 pi like this, right? So directly let me write average value. P average is equal to Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2 cos of angle between voltage and current. So which is equal to Vm by root 2 is 100 into what is Im? Im is 10. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. Cos of angle between these two is 60. Okay. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So 100 into 10 by 2 into 1 by 2. Okay. The 250 watts. Okay. The load shown in figure is supplied by a 400 line to line, 400 volts line to line. Okay. Three phase source R by B phase sequence. The load is balanced and inductive, drawing 34 64 volt ampere. When the switch S is in position N, the three wattmeters W1, W2 and W3 read 577.35 watts each. If the switch is moved to position Y, the readings of the wattmeters in watts will be. Okay, so as it is having neutral point, this is star connected load. Okay, so let us have star connected load. So don't have the load images. Okay, star connected load. Okay, if the switch is in position N, okay, neutral point. Okay, this also connected to neutral point like this. Let me redraw it again. Current coil is placed. Again, current coil is placed. Potential coil, neutral point. Okay, okay, like this. Okay, so this measures per phase power. Okay, each wattmeter measures per phase power. Okay, line to line voltage is VL is equal to 400 volts. The load is balanced and inductive, drawing 3464 volt ampere. Okay, this load is drawing 3464 volt ampere. This is reactive power. Okay, total reactive power is 3 V phase I phase is equal to 36 sorry 3464. Total reactive power drawn by this load will be 3 V phase I phase. Okay, from this V phase is equal to 400 by root 3. Okay, now the three wattmeters read 577 point. Wattmeter reading W is equal to 577.35 watts. Okay, each wattmeter reads per phase power, that is V phase I phase cos phi. Okay, from this you can find I phase. So put this in this, then you will get I phase. Then I phase is equal to 3464 by 3 into V phase 400 by root 3. Then you are going to get 3464 into root 3 by 1200, 5 amps. Okay, from this 577.35 is equal to, what is V phase? V phase is 400 by root 3. What is I phase? 5 into cos 5. Okay, from this you can find cos 5. Cos 5 is equal to cos 5 is equal to 577.35 into root 3 by 2000, 0.5. Cos 5 0.5. Okay, now what are the readings of wattmeters when the switch is thrown to Y, position Y? Okay, then you're going to have this kind of arrangement. Okay, here coming to the pressure coils, this is connected between R and Y, Y and Y, B and Y. Okay, R, Y, B, R and Y. You take like this, R and Y. Okay, one thing. R and Y, Y and Y, B and B and Y. Okay, now W1 is equal to VRY IR cos of angle between VRY and IR. W2 is equal to VRY, sorry, VYY IY cos of angle between VYY and IY. W3 will be VBY IB cos of angle between VBY and IB. Okay. Anyhow, the angle between the voltage between Y to Y will be 0. So this will be 0 multiplied by IY and cos of angle between these two will be 0 only. W2 will be 0. Okay, coming to this. Okay, this is connected between R and Y. Okay, okay. This reads W1. This is connected between B and Y. This is connected between B and Y. Okay, B and Y. Okay, that is, this gives VL IL cos of nothing but 2 wattmeter method. Okay, cos of 30 plus 5. This will be VL IL cos of 30 minus 5. Cos of 30 minus 5. Okay, now this is equal to what is the value of VL? Okay, you take VL IL cos of, what is the angle between, what is phase angle? Phase angle, okay, from this phase angle phi is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, then 30 plus 60 degrees, anyhow this will be equal to 0 watts because cos 90 will be 0. So W1 will be 0 and W2 will be 0, both will be 0. Coming to W3, which is equal to, what is VL? 400 by root 3. What is IL? 0.5, I think it is 5 into cos of 30 minus 60. Then you are going to get 400 into 5 into cos 30 by root 3. You are going to get 1000 watts. Sorry, VL sorry it is VL, right, not V phase. Okay, so you will not get this by 3. Sorry, if it is V phase then 400 by root 3. Okay, then 2000 into, okay, cos 30 root 3 by 2. Then you are going to get 1723, I think 1732, I think. Okay, 1000 into root 3. Okay, yeah, 1732 watts. Okay, this is VL. Okay, line voltage is 400 volts only. Okay, 1732. Okay, option D is right answer. We come to the last question. A wattmeter is connected as shown in the figure. The wattmeter reads. See, potential coil is connected across J2. 0 always. This is not correct option. Total power consumed by Z1 and Z2. Total power consumed by Z1, power consumed by Z2. Okay, see here. Potential coil is connected across Z2. Okay. So potential coil measures voltage across Z2. Current coil measures current through Z1 and Z2. Okay, then wattmeter indicates power consumed by Z2 only. Power consumed by Z2 only. Okay, because anyhow this PC is connected across Z2 only. Okay, so PC will measure voltage across Z2. This measures current through this and this, but PC is connected across Z2 only. Okay, then voltage into current into cos of angle between voltage and current. Okay, so power consumed by Z2 only because PC is connected across Z2 only. If it is connected across Z1 and Z2, then power consumed by Z1 as well as Z2, but it is connected across Z2 only. That's why wattmeter reads power consumed by Z2 only. Thank you.